no, we shouldn't blame the ANC, let's blame the system for all of this and the continuing rapidly rising crime rate in South Africa. Can you see what they're trying to do? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and my name is the Sambit. You know me. I'm that controversial voice speaking the truth in a world full of lies. That's why they call me controversial. So today, I'm fired up about News24, that so-called news outlet that's more like a shield for the ANC's dirty secrets. Why do I say that? Because they're not just reporting. They are protecting the elites and twisting stories to keep the corruption flowing while they continue to smear anyone who dares to call it out. People like your conservatives, your independents, people like me who won't stay silent. It's treasonous, plain and simple. Because when media betrays the people, it's betraying the nation, something it was made for. Let me break it down for you step by step with the facts that hit hard, because all I speak is facts. Let's look at News24 headlines about ANC corruption. Take the Tembisa hospital scandal, for example. Over 2 billion rand looted, right? Equipment was bought at insane markups, kickbacks flying everywhere, and lives being lost because hospitals couldn't function. The ANC's own people were neck deep in it, yet News24 runs stories that make it sound like isolated incidents or even spins it to blame systems instead of the party leaders pulling the strings. They issued a statement condemning the graft, but then what? They let the ANC bigwigs like Fikile Mbalula distance the party from it, saying, it's not us, man, it's the Tsotsis. Are you kidding me? Mbalula himself admitted corruption casts a shadow, a big one, over the ANC, talking about the mess they're in right now. But News24 doesn't hammer them on it. Instead, they'll disgrace every forum. They're going to give platforms to ANC excuses like how they're turning things around in Johannesburg metros, which looks like a dumpster. It's like they're holding up the ANC with broken balloons, ignoring the sinking ship of scandals. And don't even get me started on the bigger picture here. Does anyone remember state capture? The Zondo Commission exposed billions siphoned off by ANC cronies, the Guptas, Zuma's crew. I'm talking the whole lot. News24 covered some of it, sure. But then they did it selectively. They blast opposition parties for minor slips while giving the ANC a pass on systemic rot. In 2025 alone, we've seen fresh waves, ANC leaders being held hostage by corrupt elements, as their own NEC admitted. Slain ANC Youth League leader Sindiso Makaka was honored for fighting graft, but his killers protected, incentivized by a system that shields the corrupt. There's reports on these, but with a soft charge by News24. Headlines that bury the ANC's direct role, focusing on organized crime, or no, we shouldn't blame the ANC, let's blame the system for all of this and the continuing rapidly rising crime rate in South Africa. Can you see what they're trying to do? Even US lawmakers called out South Africa as a national security threat, accusing News24 of running covert disinformation to prop up the regime. I probably shouldn't have said that because they're going to shadow ban me. That's not journalism, that's propaganda. Now, flip to the script to how they treat these conservatives. If you're a voice like me, right? Guy on YouTube calling out inequality, corruption, and the failures of post-apartheid promises, just a young guy like me calling it out, I'm painted as enemy number one. So they're going to demonetize us, demonize us. They're going to smear my reputation to silence the truth, start rumors about me. Take every forum. For example, a group fighting for minority rights and exposing the farm attacks. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is sponsored by Aquel in the fight against diabetes. World Diabetes Day might have passed on November 15th, but the mission does not stop. We are still fighting. So wear your blue, drink your water, and stay accountable. Aquel is reminding all of us, hydration is your first defense. Drink your water, eat your vitamins, watch your sugar, say your prayers, and say no to diabetes. Aquel, pure refreshment, pure fight. Let's keep on going. News24 runs hit pieces on them, calling their reports things like they are misleading them or linking them to the genocide myths, and then quietly apologizes behind paywalls when caught. They had to issue retractions for suggesting a white genocide was happening. But did they amplify the correction? No. They hid it by letting the smear linger. It's a pattern. Distort the facts about South Africa's realities, like farmer murders or racial tensions, and make the conservatives look like racists or extremists. And I've felt this personally. As someone who's built a platform discussing tough topics, apartheid's legacy, minorities, farm attacks, land expropriation without compensation, ANC's betrayals, News24 and outlets like them ignore voices like mine. So they're going to platform the safe creators, the young white influencers who echo palatable narratives, while shadow banning or attacking the YouTubers like myself who don't want to play their game. Remember Peter Creel? He got invited to the China Black Business Summit. He skyrocketed on TikTok and Twitter. He got invites everywhere to every major news channel. But established voices like mine have been silenced. We are hated on YouTube. We are overlooked. News24 cheers this imbalance, running stories that uplift ANC-friendly takes and communists like Peter Creel while labeling me an influencer spreading lies. Right? They've accused me of parroting distortions, but who's really distorting? Their editor, Adrian Basson. He called out Trump collaborators in South Africa, a direct shot at us saying, yeah, we are the ones who are backing the USA and all their conspiracy theories about South Africa. News24 bias isn't accidental. It's nothing but a strategy to protect the ANC elites. This is a hand-in-glove with state security, as some reports suggest, pushing narratives that keep the powerful in power. Simple. So when ANC councillors are being told to stop looting and learn from the DA run spots, News24 will run like Superman and downplay the hypocrisy. Corruption in pensions, police scandals, municipal collapses, they will touch on it, but they'll never touch it with the fury reserved for opposition figures. You get what I'm saying? Helen Zille or John Steenhuisen, they get roasted for rumors. But Ramaphosa's Phala farm cash brushed aside as old news. When Sambit says something, yeah. Friends, this isn't just social media bias, this is betrayal. News24 smears conservatives to distract from the real crimes, and ANC's grip on power through graft and lies. Voices like mine are being demonized because we threaten lies, and we don't stop. I'm going to call them out, I'm going to share the truth, and I'm going to demand real journalism. Because South Africa deserves better than a fake news shield for the corrupt. Stand with me, because together we will expose it all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Let's keep fighting. Join the summer movement and subscribe.